Welcome to another exciting part of this course. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you different ways of connecting solar panels. Like we know, we have the 𝐬𝐻 method and the Leapfrog method. So maybe we are not aware. If you look at the course content, I've explained extensively how to carry out the Leapfrog method. But in this video, I'll be showing you the Leapfrog method for 4 panels. And that's exactly what I'll be doing in this video. I will also try to extend it by doing the 𝐬𝐻 method for the 4 panels. I'm going to measure the VOC. I'm going to do also the Leapfrog method for these 4 panels and also measure the VOC. Let's see what the values are going to be. Okay, good. So for the 𝐬𝐻 method, like we know, this is the first panel. We just say the negative of the first panel to the what? To the positive of the second panel. The negative of the second panel to the positive of the third panel. The negative of the third to the positive of the fourth panel. Please ensure that when you are clamping the putting the MC4 together, that the negative sign here and the positive sign are at the same place. So for the 𝐬𝐻 method, we have our negative and our positive, which we are going to connect wire to that moves to the SPD and the breaker before you connect it to the charge controller or your hybrid inverter, as the case may be. So this is the normal method most people do, called the 𝐬𝐻 method of connecting solar panels. So I'm going to remove this and I'm going to use another method. But before then, let me measure the VOC that we have after the 𝐬𝐻 method. So these are negative probe to our negative, positive to positive. So for these panels, each of the panels is about 21 volts DC for the VOC. So we are having 90.6, 90.7, 90.0. So you just pick a value. So I'm going to pick, we have 92.93 as a result of the increase in radiance, because in radiance slightly affect voltage. So let me just say this is about 90 volts, 90 volts for this. So the VOC is around maybe 21.3 as the case may be. So we have now it's rising up to 94 for the VOC. This is the 𝐬𝐻 method. So let me just stick to 94. Let me stick to 94 for this. So what I'm now going to do now is I am going to measure. I'm going to connect it using Leapfrog and also do the measurement again. So for the Leapfrog method, like leap, it's like you are jumping one of the panels to get to the second panel. So in the class exercise, I've explained extensively how you can do Leapfrog method for 3 panels, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, even up to 10 panels. Please ensure you watch the video. But let me show you how to do that here. So this is a positive, negative. So I'm going to jump this second panel and move to the third, Leapfrog. So the negative of this first, I'm going to join it with the third, which is the positive of the third panel. So ensure the plus here coincide with negative here. That's the proper way to click. You can hear the sound. So the next thing is, you remember I jumped this panel. So I have this. So the next thing I have is this third panel. So I jump this panel, so I move to this panel. This is the negative and this is the positive. There's no other panel to jump, so, or to leap to, as the case may be. So what I'm going to do is, if you don't have any other panel to leap to, just connect the first 2 panels together. The last 2 panels, if you don't have any place to leap to, connect the last 2 panels together. So I have my negative here because I've used the positive already to leapfrog with the 1. So I connect this together. Good. So what do I have left? I have my negative and I have my positive here. So what I'm now going to do is, since what I have here is the negative, I have to leapfrog it also. Leapfrogging this means that I'm going to jump this panel. If you look at this now, I've already used the two cables coming from the third panel. So this has no option than, which is the negative, to go to where? To go to the positive of the second panel. So now if you look at it, I now have my negative from the second panel and the positive from the first panel. Now the advantage of Leapfrog is, if my charge controller is going to be connected here, I can actually use this to connect my charge controller here. But if my charge controller is connected here, I have various options. I can use this, I can use this, I can also use this. So what I'm going to do is, if I'm going to use this, please ensure that for safety, you remove this first, you connect this together, then I can now use this as the PV output, where I don't like people cutting this off. It's not best practice. So I can actually crimp a negative and a positive and use it on here before I connect it to the SPD or breakers, in the case may be, before it goes to the solar charge controller. So I want to measure this. Remember, for the DC method, we got around 94. Let's see what we're going to get here. I put on my meter, DC volts. Okay, so here I have 96 points, so I will stick with 96. I have 96 volts here, 95. So like I said, irradiance affect the voltage slightly, but has a great impact on the current. I just hope we understand what I have explained. Please note again, this daisy or leapfrog method helps you to save on cables. Is a very good way to save cables. If we've used the daisy method, you need to draw the cable from one end and meet the second end, depending on where your controller will be. But with this, I can actually use any point, either here or here, for my termination. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.